Today's true story from the Bible comes from Genesis chapter 3. Last week we met Adam and Eve, God's first ever people. They lived in the Garden of Eden, and it was paradise. Flowers and fruit growing everywhere, just waiting to be launched across waiting to be eaten. Because, fruit's healthy for you. There was just one tree that was off limits, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God put it in the middle of the garden and told Adam to eat from any tree except that one. Because God said, if you eat of it, you will surely die. One tree they couldn't eat from out of that whole garden? Yeah, no problem. Until there was a problem. There was a serpent lurking in the garden, sneakier than any other wild animal God had made. One day, the serpent said to Eve, "Okay, he could talk? This is trouble. Did God actually say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve was like, "We can eat from any of these trees, just not the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God said, don't even touch that one." The serpent said, "Oh, that tree. Well, of course. God knows if you eat that fruit, your eyes will be opened. You'll know good and evil just like he does." The fruit looked really good, and the serpent said it wouldn't do any real harm to eat it. And if she knew good and evil, wouldn't that make her wise? She took some fruit and she ate it, and she shared it with Adam, and he ate it. Just like that, the Bible says their eyes were opened and they felt ashamed. So they hid. Ever really messed up and your brother or sister said, "Ooh, wait till Dad gets home"? Then you know a tiny fraction of what Adam and Eve felt. God walked through the garden and called for Adam. And there's no point in hiding from God, because he sees everything. Adam came out and confessed about the fruit. He blamed it on Eve. Eve blamed it on the serpent. No matter whose fault it was, everything was different. When Eve and Adam disobeyed God, it was the first sin ever on earth, and it made God's perfect world not perfect anymore. It was broken, and so was Adam and Eve's relationship with God. And as much as God loved Adam and Eve, sin has consequences. They had to leave the garden. Instead of living there forever with him, someday they would die, and everything would be harder. Growing food, having children, everything. But then God told the serpent something. Because the serpent doesn't just get away with this. He told the serpent one day he would send a human child, and that child would grow up to crush the serpent's head and destroy sin and death forever. Any guesses who that human child was? It was Jesus. God's plan from the very beginning. He sent Jesus to take the punishment for our sin. He saves us if we just trust in him. And one day, he'll make all of creation new again.